You're listening to Heart Podcast with Lina Kevlani. Artezaar.com, online art gallery.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Heart Podcast. I am Lina Kevlani, your host, and I'm from Artezaar Online Art Gallery. Today we have a very special guest named Rajesh Singh. Rajesh Singh is a quantum hypnotherapist and a law of attraction expert. He is a founder of a holistic learning institute named Happiness Solutions, and in the UAE is a channel partner of UAE's largest holistic wellness chain called Illuminations Wellbeing Center in JLT and in Abu Dhabi. Welcome, Rajesh. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me, Lina. Pleasure.
And I love today's topic. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about law of attraction. So just hold on. We're going to learn how to attract.
Exactly. This has been a very strong topic for people's curiosity for over a decade and a half now, ever since the book The Secret came in.
Exactly.
But not many millionaires were produced as many books were sold. So the law of attraction is not as understood by many, is why I think I love talking about it each time whenever the law of manifestation, because each one of us want to manifest something or the other in life. There are desires, and every desire stems from a part within us that wants to have something or the other or fulfill that void, which sometimes drives us crazy. So law of attraction is the most talked about topic these days.
Fantastic. But let's start with our listeners getting to know you better. Rajesh, please tell us a bit about yourself.
See, my journey started into the holistic field. Of course, the why me question that we ask each time, that, why universe you're doing this to me, or why not choosing me, etc. So these why questions is what led me also to discovery, because as you become aware of your problems, to discover the root cause of that issue, I started going to pillar to post to find these answers to, seekers and healers and therapists and so-called. Each one of us also, we go into all these, quests actually. And I found hypnotherapy as a part of mind sciences that I started practicing, and I found many answers. And the one catchy phrase that I found was, the only way out is to go within. So that journey started to go within about 20 years back.
Oh, fantastic. And when did you move here in Dubai?
It's about 3 years now. With Illuminations, I've been associated. It's a fantastic company that actually takes care with their 2 of the branches and, the holistic work that they do it here. And they invited me to have me over with my, expertise that I had. And I think ever since then, we've not looked back. We've done so many clients. We meet every week, so many people who come with these, quests. And we do like a 30-minute free interaction with each one to find the answers. And that is where I think it gives them the opportunity to go within.
I love it. And if you guys haven't checked it out, please check out Illuminations.com. They are in JLT and in Abu Dhabi. Go through their website. If you have questions, they're always there to answer. And Rajesh is also here for him,
yes,
to answer your questions. Rajesh, let's start with the basic of law of attraction. What exactly is the law of attraction?
See, when law of attraction, it's a simple 3-step process, Lina. Ask, believe, receive. What is asking? God, give me happiness. Universe, give me good partner, give me good job, give me harmony in life. I need peace. These are the desires. So ask. There's a part of us that filters all these desires and wishes through belief. Because what we've been through in our life is the socio-economic, educational and religious conditioning that makes us believe. All our beliefs is what leads to how we feel about these beliefs. And when you have a positive association with what you believe strongly, which is positive, it manifests. That is where you receive. So the subconscious mind is where you receive, because it's 6,000 times more powerful.
Right.
So ask, believe, receive is a simple 3-step process. But it's again understood. It has to be understood.
Yeah, because I mean, talking from a layman's term, when I was starting out on my spiritual journey, there is a whole set of programming. So you're asking, but you believe otherwise. Hence, you don't manifest it.
So the belief, again, is about how you've been conditioned. especially both your parents, because you were born like a blank hard disk, as I said.
Right.
The program of the conditioning, which is socio-economic, educational, and religious conditioning, which is SEER. That program is what makes you perceive your reality in a certain way. Let's say in a child's mind, child wanted a toy. For the first time in a mall, pulled Mama's hand and said, I want that particular toy. Mama said, no, we can't afford it. Now that's the first exposure to the lack, and we can't afford it. Affordability as a concept that comes into the child's mind. But at that time, child doesn't know what it is.
True.
But child wants it. Now the mama tries to again manipulate the child, saying, okay, maybe next time. If the next time also from that initiation to the same mall once again, or maybe another shop somewhere, child wants something else, and mama says, no, we can't. But you said next time. The child again asks for it. And see, the parents are the representation of that universe to the child. Child doesn't know still the concept of what the universe is. Mm-hmm. So if my parents could not give it to me, each time when I asked and there was a denial, that compulsiveness keeps actually working on our heads, and belief becomes like almost a confirmation when it happens, and then acceptance by the mind that we can't afford it, we don't have it, and the lack gets programmed within our minds. And that lack is where, when we are operating out of, even when we grow up as an adult of today, we can't afford it, it's very expensive, we can't even do this, or whenever you look at it. So even when you go to a restaurant or a mall or a price tag that you see, before you like a thing, you look at the price tag first, and then maybe your like gets modified. So that is the belief that affects the way what we are capable of manifesting. And that is nothing else but the program, how parents have programmed our deservability and self-esteem. Because from desirability to deservability is a process.
Wow. And how can we overcome that? Because as you very rightfully said, as you grow older, you will face problems with abundance because there's an inherent belief system that you don't know is playing, right? You could be highly capable, highly motivated, highly hardworking, creative, trying to do a change, but somewhere you become your own stumbling block.
Yes. You are your own limitation. That goes without saying, for sure.
For sure.
100%. And you rightly said that, Steve, when you look at possibilities, what can I manifest and how much is my ceiling? So with my sum total of all this, belief system, let's say even about a job or things that I want to buy for myself, even a cell phone that I can afford or not, or maybe what kind of home, what kind of environment can I choose, I already have a ceiling. Like, for example, if I ask anybody who comes to my clinic and I ask them that how much do you see yourself earning in a month or annually, the first figure that pops into your mind is your ceiling. Your mind is not allowing you to think beyond that amount, that figure. So what is that ceiling? Because if mind can think abundant, mind can throw any particular figure as a salary or remuneration that you deserve. But then mind says, no, just 100,000, 200,000, 1 million. Beyond that, your mind is not allowing you to think.
Right.
And then you land up compromising with self-doubt. And these, doubtful thoughts are kept again by your parents, because again, it goes back to the hard disk, what they've put it. Because then you grew up almost seeing your father, what kind of success icon he has been, what kind of abundant personality that parents have interacted discussing money in front of the child. That's why I always say that do not discuss money in front of the child, or when you want to tell the child, we can't buy it now, because parents also put conditions. Get a first rank, I'll get you this, or you get this
do this,
work
I
done.
Get you that.
So there are conditions that you're putting, and that much more conditions that the child will grow up putting into their own head, that if I don't do this, I won't get abundance or money coming my way.
And also, people, I've noticed this, especially now that I run a business of my own, right? When you're working in a job, you earn X amount. When you open your business, there's this inherent fear of not earning. So you put another limitation. What if my business doesn't work? Another limitation.
Agreed.
What if? And that business that could have been a multi-billion-dollar idea is
but
pressurized.
You won't be able to do anything.
You won't be able to do it.
Yeah. So now let's understand, there are two ways to understand this whole thing of what... See, there are three questions that you usually ask whenever you set a goal for yourself.
True.
Where am I right now?
Okay.
Where do I want to go? In between is how will I get there? So that how is where, when you're manifesting or you're thinking of putting anything together, there are three aspects to when, people also talk about whenever it comes to law of manifestation, money gets very easily associated with it. So let's understand worthiness and deservability from the perspective of money. When we want to earn, either through a business or our job, so earning is one entry point. Second is spending. So what you're earning, how you're spending it. And the third is how you're holding that money, how you're investing that money, or how you're saving that money. So there are three doors to success.
Okay.
Earning has two aspects, which is positive influence on earning and negative influence on earning. So all your self-doubt, people's judgment, people told you, no, you can't do it, no, you can't do this or that. So all those are the negative influences. I'm not a confident person, maybe operating out of doubt when you make a decision or a choice to take or grab that opportunity or not. Then there are factors that affect you. The attachments that you have emotionally or socially, unfulfilled tasks and desires that you have left behind. So you are not really having the courage to move on and leave the grounds. Even when a bird takes a flight, it has to leave the ground to take that flight and trust its own wings. But if that self-doubt that doesn't make you take that leap of faith, then you won't be able to take that flight to go where you wish to go.
True.
And how is where we all fear. So that is where the second part comes in, that if I'm earning so much and if there's a positive influence or a negative influence, so there could be a positive influence of a feedback that my teacher gave me in a certain age or university, or you're an excellent orator, you're an excellent confident person, and I'm really proud of you, you'll really make it a big one day. Now that one statement actually works positively for you because you believe. That person told me something which I can now believe.
True.
How much you believe, affirm and keep it. Sometimes even if you don't believe, you still have to fake it till you make it. You keep telling your mind because it's your hard disk as you're feeding positive thoughts. I'm an opportunity magnet. Opportunities come to me easily and effortlessly. I love money. Money loves me. These are some fancy, nice, good sounding good sort of affirmations that we do, because what you're putting into your filter or your conditioning is constantly one statement, which, as I said, it becomes like an accumulation of thoughts which are positive. And we sometimes don't even know what the positive thoughts are. So we'll talk about that in a while from now. When we say positive thinking, there's a specific language of your subconscious mind that you can program your subconscious mind to. So from asking, earning, positive influence and negative influence, then there is spending, negative and positive influence, which is one of the biggest areas, which is self-esteem. Are you buying brands because you feel lesser from somebody and you'll end up spending your entire salary into those brands? Or do you deserve, or with that passion when you say, I want to gift myself something best? So is it a void or is it a self-love or passion from where you're spending? So a positive and negative influence on that. And then holding the money. And holding the money or investing the money. Because a lot of us, the moment money comes into our account, Leena, we get anxious. What do I do of this money now? And you want to compulsively go and spending, because that inner child who was denied of a certain toy or a desire now has grown up to earn but cannot hold money, because all those unfulfilled desires he wants to fulfill or she wants to fulfill, because I've had enough reference of denials that I've had endlessly from my parents through my childhood. So when I grow up, I decide actually that I will not listen to anyone and I'll not trust anything, but I'll go and spend that money. So there are people who earn very good, but they just go into people pleasing, giving parties, going out, night outs, trips, this, that, and they lose their entire money. So holding the money also is equally important. So the positive influence and negative influence on this. So we usually do like a 3 session money manifestation, or 3 to 5 session, depending upon what negative beliefs are gone into us. Many times parents even say money doesn't grow on trees. Parents say money is difficult to earn. Parents say, oh, you don't deserve it, you'll never become big enough. Or a lot of these, money attracts all the evil. So
don't
money
do
and
this,
associations.
you might fail.
Yeah.
Don't leave your job.
Yeah. That's the self-doubt. So it's again the drainers and stressors that we see related to all your belief and belief system about abundance, and that drains your potential.
So how does someone go and do a law, like attract something into their life? Let's do a simple
So whenever you're trying to manifest or attract anything, first lesson is that you have to make peace with wherever you are.
Ha, good one.
Because if you keep complaining about your today, Leena, what you're doing is you're also abusing your own mind. It's like, if there is a jinn and we say, the genie asks and it is given, as we say. There's a very popular phrase that we use it in magic. We say abracadabra.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what is the meaning of this statement?
No, please.
The meaning of this statement is you create with your words what you speak.
Or with your mind.
Or with your mind. Because mind is nothing else but again the linguistics that
True.
you've again been fed all your life.
True.
So you create with words.
Right.
You create what you speak. That's what abracadabra means.
Oh, fantastic.
So everything that you want to change is first your mindset. Because if you're abusing your life and your mind, it's like abusing a boss and next day you're going to the same boss and asking for an appraisal or a leave. The boss will not give it to you,
or
obviously.
For a raise. Not
or
happening.
for a raise. So again, if you keep abusing your life and your mind and how thankless or how helpless you feel, and then to go back to that same mind.
Me, that did to, this one did that to me. The monkey mind plays on.
And that same monkey mind, you go and say, okay, give me this or give me that. Now that doesn't work. So how do you channel these thoughts in the right perspective? I think your thoughts have to be understood. There is a constant compulsive self-talk or a dialogue that is going on from the time when you get up in the morning until you go off to sleep at night. The one single person that you're talking the most to is you yourself. So that self-talk has to be replaced. There's actually a narrative, what we call it in psychology or holistic approach. We say, it's a tape that you're playing in your head. That tape has to be replaced. And that tape has to be positive, affirmative. You have to believe it. It's happening to you without a self-doubt. And you have to keep repeating it until you achieve it. Because there's a very unique program that your subconscious mind understands. Like if I tell you, Leena, don't think about the jumping monkey. What comes in front of your eyes.
I will only think about the jumping monkey.
And now when I say, please don't think about it, jumping even higher.
Oh, yeah.
So to tame that monkey mind, as you rightly gave the analogy, is also how do I accept and program? Like sometimes, you feel low. A colleague calls up and he says, Leena, you didn't come today. What happened? And you say, I'm suffering from fever. How about replacing it, I'm recovering from fever? That one word that you've changed in your self-talk or the way you're responding to situation is I'm recovering itself brings that change in the mindset and your body itself. Sometimes when you say, if I get it, why can't we replace that if with when I get it? So you are actually putting, because if I get it has a 50% two slits.
True.
One slit, my intention will go, it will manifest, and the other slit, maybe not.
Right.
Now that maybe not is the self-doubt. God, give me Mercedes or Aston Martin, or give me a best, flat or a property or a job or a partner. Okay. And then you say, do I deserve it? Maybe not. So after every wish that you're putting it back to the universe, saying, thank you so much for giving me, when you replace it with a gratitude, when you say, thank you, God, for giving me happiness. Thank you, God, for giving me this job. Thank you, God, for giving me love. Thank you, God, for giving me this. So the moment you bring in the gratitude, the attitude of gratitude actually puts that single slit intention to your own subconscious mind, because the universe doesn't listen to anything else. It's only listening to how you're putting these thoughts into your own subconscious mind.
Okay.
And that matters 100%.
Fantastic.
How you're putting these thoughts into you.
So it's a good way to end your day meditating on positive affirmations and waking up in the morning and kick-starting with positive affirmations.
Yeah. Let's say like the entire day that you've spent about 13, 14, 15 hours of work and you're hitting the bed now. Last 30 minutes before you go off to sleep, avoid actually listening to anything which is dark, watching any series which is more pessimistic or crime or thriller or whatever. Just switch off everything. Count yourself out from the influence of that media. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Drink maybe a glass of water or something. Hit the bed. Be meditative in that space, because each one of us have a tendency to review our day, how the day was and how the tomorrow is going to be.
It's
so
like
when
a
in
to-do
those
list.
30 minutes, we call it magic or golden 30 minutes, where your conscious mind is handing over the control to the subconscious mind and is going off to sleep. So when you are putting all your thoughts and accumulating them, we call it last in, first out, LIFO. Mm-hmm. The last paper is going to be on top, which your mind will process while going off to sleep. And from alpha to delta or theta, whatever brainwave state that you're going into, your mind will manifest exactly that thought which you're sleeping with. So if you think my life is thankless, my life is not exciting, my life is negative, it will actually pick up that last thought that you're sleeping with and roll it back to you the next day as 6,000 times more powerful reality that you've created for yourself. So what we say is sleep with positive affirmations, write journals, gratitude, do the energy exchange with toxic people that you've met through the day, just breathe in and out, do some cleansing breath. There are several breath videos that are available on YouTube. Pick up one nice affirmation. As I said, I'm a money magnet. I'm an opportunity magnet. Everything in my universe is in divine harmony or, peace. I am satisfied with my life, or I am attracting like-minded people coming and supporting me wherever I am. I love money. Money loves me. There are so many affirmations
for all
which
the
are
abundance
available
in my life. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful.
Yes.
Thank you, God.
Yes, gratitude. Thank you. So rather than saying, see, again, when you say, God give me happiness, God give me happiness, God give me happiness, the more you're saying, God, I don't have happiness. And God simply says, Tathastu.
Yeah.
It's a magic phrase that we use it in India. And when we say, so be it. Now, obviously, your subconscious mind also, whatever that you put it in, it'll say Tathastu.
Ah, lovely.
So hence, your beliefs have to be programmed. And believe is where there's a lot of emphasis that you have to put. Each day, each night. So in 21 days, things will barely begin changing. You have to feel your affirmations. 41 days, it will start becoming a part of your behavioral patterns where autonomically your language will change to thinking positive. And eventually from 90 to 180 days is the cycle where it will actually get absorbed in your DNA. Because a whole lot of your ancestral patterns of lack, cheating, loss of trust, we can't afford it, we don't have it, what you call the stinginess or miserly programs that are also running across generations. We do something called family constellations and we change and reverse those associations as well. I'm sure you've also experienced some of these through Illuminations. So, this is one area where we do a hardcore reversing of the programming. So law of attraction is more of an unlearning process rather than learning, trust me.
I love it. I think that's a very beautiful thing that each one of us can do at the end of our night and start our morning with just positive affirmations, and we can start to see those changes emerge into our life. Yes, it takes time because we have to unlearn, let go, be at peace of where we are right now, as very rightfully said. It doesn't happen in a second. So let's not give up hope.
Yeah.
Let's keep going towards it. I mean, our monkey mind or our brain has played, we've done so much to it. Let's give it at least a month.
Self-doubt is what you need to beat it.
Let's give it a month at least to unlearn it.
Yes, 100%. And do meet me for a 30-minute free consultation. I would love to solve some of your thoughts and patterns where they're coming from. We're there, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to drop a link down. You're into the podcast, so feel free. Please reach out to them and, start practicing. Let's start practicing that law of attraction. Let's start attracting what we truly deserve and we know we deserve.
Yeah.
We're all here with a very, unique soul signature.
100%.
Let's bring our uniqueness out.
Yes. And even better when you start writing it, because your handwriting is, again, a very good tool to reprogram your neural pathways. So when extensor and flexor movement, when you're moving your hand or fingers forward and backward while you write your angles and loops and, standing and sleeping lines or curves, it's actually reprogramming your brain as well. So we do handwriting analysis in order to see if you have the secret millionaire's blueprint or how to even revise it. So when you actually, just by repeating affirmation, you're only doing, 30% of work in your brain. But when you start writing it, 99% of your neurons are active. So write affirmation and journals. That's where journal writing has become a new fad for people to understand, but they don't know the science behind it, that it's reversing. See how in every emotional state, Leena, you breathe differently. When you're angry, your breath changes, isn't it?
True.
When you're deeply sad, your breath changes. When you're happy and elated, your breath is
somewhere
different.
Else, right?
The texture of your breath is the texture of your soul, how it's flowing through the soul energy. So when you are changing the breath also, with awareness, so for awareness of breath where you do nasal breathing, throat level breathing, chest breathing or the belly breathing. When you've seen a child with no program, the belly is breathing. Belly goes up and down. So become aware of your breath again while going off to sleep, where I'm just simple intention. I'm breathing in the positive energy with all the positive affirmations and I'm breathing out all the stress and discomfort through my mouth. And I'm letting all that fuzziness that is stopping me to grow. And then how will I get there will become too easy. When people say, let me sleep over this problem, I'll get some inspiration. So that inspiration is nothing else, but then there is this some
Click.
intuitive part.
My dad always says, never react. Nothing is going to end today. Sleep. Tomorrow is another day. You'll wake up and the solution will be in front of your face.
100%. I completely believe in it. And see, that is why these are called the pearls of wisdom from our parents or ancestors. Sometimes it comes in the right way. We do understand, but we've also been a generation where we are also disconnecting from the struggles of our parents and the way they put things. Maybe they have a positive intention. We don't realize it. We try to run away. We quit home. We move out, struggle a bit, and then come back. To negating everything what you've learned from them. Maybe you can strike a balance of giving and receiving both with them as well, because I think parental blessings are also playing a little role in your abundance and attracting them.
Fantastic. Is there any final thoughts you would like to leave our listeners with?
Yes. As 3 specific things to take home. Review your day. Focus on the positive in last 30 minutes before you go off to sleep. Do cleansing breath. With an intention, I'm breathing in the positive energy and releasing all the toxic thoughts or whatever that I've received it through people and my experiences through the day. Release it. Sleep with any one positive affirmation, looking forward to tomorrow. Be excited. When you wake up in the morning, those 30 minutes where the subconscious mind is handing over the control back to the conscious mind next day morning, begin your day with a zip where you look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I love you. Start your day with that best affirmation that you can give it to yourself as a positive beginning. And that's what I think the 3 doors of success, which I said, that the earning, spending and holding is nothing else. Again, in chakra, when we do, maybe one podcast we'll do it on chakras and the shades of success I have.
I love it.
So the lower root chakra, when we say, is the earning chakra. Those who already, the listeners who know about chakras. So earning chakra is the root chakra. Spending chakra is the sacral chakra. And the holding chakra or saving chakra is the solar chakra. So your lower 3 chakras are the key to your abundance.
So next time, guys, we will definitely invite Rajesh back in.
Thank you.
And we'll go through the 3 chakras and how we can open up and allow things back into our life.
And there are specific chants that we will actually do something very specific. If it, it's like, how a good, director leaves it on the next episode, what's coming up, that sort of a note I would love to end this with. That, yes, we have a lot, we can talk about it. But thank you so much for having me here,
thank
Leena.
you. Thank you for being here as well. So, Rajesh, we have a section called Did You Know?
Okay.
So, please, one thing that people don't know about you.
Maybe I've gone through a near-death experience where I think I never took life very seriously. I went into like a creek where I fell down, near-death experience, as if my soul went up. And there, something which was divine light or whatever that you call it, told me, please go back. Your time has not come. So you have a lot to work on. And this happened in way back in 2006, 2007.
Oh, wow.
And after that, I think I've never looked back, and I took life very seriously. And I've really put a lot of work and thought. I call myself a student of life. My certificates don't talk for me. My experience does. I'm a product of my failures, and I really learned from each one. So that's what I think I would like to leave the audiences also with, that do not take your failures to your heart. Please learn from them and end the pattern.
That's fantastic. Okay, one more. In my previous job, as you know me, I'm very crazy. So I was known
craziness is needed.
Yeah, craziness was always needed. So I was known as Crazy Leena. So it's Crazy Leena question time. So Rajesh, if because we're talking about law of attraction, here's a crazy question. What is the one thing you would like all of us to attract today?
The harmony and security. Your inner security leads to happiness. People think that they're chasing happiness, and happiness actually doesn't come from outside in. Happiness is not in things. Happiness is within that security. Because even when you have 1 million in your account, and if you can't feel secure about that money won't give you happiness. If you are in a relationship with the best looking person, if that person you can't trust, that person will not give you happiness. So look for inner security, and that will lead to almost every area of your life. You'll see happiness everywhere.
And with that thought, guys, please, we're going to thank Rajesh.
Thank you.
And as I mentioned, I'm leaving a link below. Please contact him at Illuminations. They are at JLT and in Abu Dhabi. And please go, start this whole law of attraction program. Let's all attract.
Yeah.
One step at a time. Let's attract something new. Let's attract something good. Let's start to change all our ancestral and all this junk that we've kept into our minds.
I like that word, junk. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
It is. I call it monkey mind. I think you've heard me say that so many times. My monkey brain.
Yeah. No, that's why even in our DNA, only 2 pair of chromosomes we say determine sex and everything about our body and our mind. But the other 44, DNA, which we don't know, and it's actually called junk DNA. So now go explore those 44 chromosomes in your every cell that you've kept it, please, because I'm a quantum hypnotherapist. As you introduced me, there's a lot of information down there which we don't know yet.
Which we don't know. And I think all of us, we no offense to anyone, no nothing, but we've carried things, we've bottled things.
You had no choice.
We didn't know better.
Yeah.
But now that
now you have a choice to work on it. So
unlearn.
Make that choice.
Let's unlearn. It's like how we picked up a paintbrush or a palette knife.
Yes.
How we created something new. So let's start to create something new and let's start to spread that joy.
And complete this picture.
Yes. Let's start to spread that joy and positivity out on this world. And with that thought, thank you.
Thank you, Lena.
And guys, have a fantastic week ahead. Let's start creating and let's start changing.
Manifesting time, everyone.
And let's start changing the world. With that thought, goodbye.